Hey guys, it's your favorite Unc here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap. That button right here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories. The Eagles go on the road and drub the Cowboys. Cows set a dubious record. They have now trailed by at least 20 points in their last 5 home games. That's the first time in NFL history that's happened. The sunlight robbed CeeDee of a touchdown. Remember, the engineer advised Jerry not to build a stadium in that direction of the setting sun. Reporter asked CeeDee, "Are you in favor of a curtains?" CeeDee said yes. Reporter said, "Will you tell Jerry that? I mean, y'all are doing my job for me right now." But Jerry did you see the quote what Jerry said about the thing? They asked him about it. He said, "Well, why don't we build a damn new stadium?" He like, everybody knows the sun. He's frustrated. So Jerry kind of snapped a little bit. And but hey, it is what it is. Jerry Jones won't fire Mike McCarthy. He says he will not make an in-season coaching move.
I don't know. You think so?
This is what Jerry said, Ocho.
The owners lie, though. The owners lie. You can't hold their word. You can't hold their word. You take that with a grain of salt.
A frustrated Jerry Jones said some comments about the sun impacting the play at AT&T Stadium. That was one play. Okay, so now they lose 34-13. They got their ass kicked. And the sun, one play, Ocho, it didn't affect the entire game.
Sun ain't got nothing to do with that. Yeah.
A frustrated Jerry Jones had some comments about the sun impacting the play at AT&T Stadium. By the way, we know where the sun is going to be when we decide to flip the coin or not. We do know where the damn sun is going to be in our own stadium. Everybody's got the same thing. Every team that comes in here has the same issues. I'm saying the world knows where the sun is. You get to know almost about a year in advance. Someone asked me about the sun. What about the sun? Where's the moon? Jerry, excuse me, guys. Man, Jerry, hey, look here. That's what happens when you're 3-6. Your starting quarterback is done for the season that you paid $60 million. You have not lived up to expectation. Ocho, there was a point in time that people said y'all should let Dak go and sign Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush was 13 of 23 for 45 yards. The starting quarterbacks in the NFL game, Cooper Rush and Trey Lance, was 17 of 29 for 66 yards.
Hey, you know that playbook? You know how much that playbook shrink when you don't have your starting quarterback? Mm-hmm. Boy, like this, boy. Playbook be about this big. There's only so much you can do. There's only so much you can do because there's a reason a person is a starter and there's a reason a person is a backup. If the backup was the main thing, then the main thing would have been the main thing, and you wouldn't have been the backup.
So when you factor in sacks, Ocho, the Cowboys was 17 of 29 for 49 yards. NFL starting quarterbacks passed the ball in 4 quarters in an NFL game for less than 50 yards.
That sounds bad, huh?
They had 97 yards rushing on 24 carries.
God damn, boy.
But Jerry did a great job of assembling this roster. That's what he told you. He got upset. He got upset and threatened to have a guy removed from his job because he asked. Jerry said, "Can't nobody do a better job than me." Well, if can't nobody do a better job than you, the question is, Jerry, let me ask you a question. If somebody else other than you had built this roster, would he still have this job?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They would have been fired probably 2 games ago.
That the problem that Jerry has is that he thinks he's the smartest guy in the room and he wants to be, but he doesn't realize he shouldn't be. Jerry knows just enough to be dangerous. He knows just enough to F up his team. Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C. I like to put all of those.
He knows just enough to be dangerous. Hey, you know what? Hold on. I'm at a later date. I'm not sure when.
I mean,
I could use that.
Ocho, that is pathetic.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Listen, normally I would pile on the Cowboys right now, but there's really nothing else I can say. I think for myself, I feel bad for the Cowboys players. I feel bad for the fans. I continuously say this. I've said it the past 3 weeks, and nothing seemed to change. I thought maybe things would turn around. Micah Parsons came back today. I thought maybe they might have had a chance. Nope. Maybe they could have made it close. Nope. Maybe they could have made it the game. They would have competed a little better. But Unc, I didn't get none of the above.
I don't feel bad. As long as Jared the helm, I'm not gonna feel bad.
Wait, you don't feel bad at all?
Not
as
long as Jared's calling the shots. Nope, absolutely not.
Okay, I see.
Because how can I feel bad for the baby snakes if I don't like the snake? How can I feel bad for his players if the guy that's in charge, I really don't have a whole lot of use for? And everybody knows why. I make no secrets about that.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, do I when I see Michael, Ocho, tilt your camera down a little bit. Yeah.
Mine?
Yeah.
Why my head big?
Yeah.
We
want to make sure we have enough room.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to go. I thought you were trying to make fun of my head or something, man.
Look, I said, the only really Cowboys that I've ever seen, was probably Micah, Diggs. I mean, it's Dak, his rookie year. But other than that, I don't really go anywhere to really see them. Every once in a while, I might be out here in Vegas and see a fight or something. But other than that, I'm not really going anywhere that I'm going to bump into a whole lot of NFL players, Ocho, or any, for that matter, any professional athlete for that matter.
Right.
But nah. And the thing is that it couldn't happen to a better team. But Jerry don't care. Ocho, he loses no money because guess what? The fans are going to show up and believe that they're going to run the table, make the playoffs, and win the Super Bowl. You can't tell the Cowboy fans they're not going to run the table, win the division, and make the playoffs. You can't convince them that. I ain't going to be the one to tell y'all bad news, but y'all not going to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean,
y'all might as well go ahead and start tanking and try to get a higher pick.
A higher pick for what position?
It don't matter. They need a lot of them field. They can use a wide receiver. Obviously, you're not taking a quarterback. You don't want that kind of. You don't want $100+ million in their cap space. You need a corner opposite of Diggs. You need a D tackle. You need a middle linebacker.
No, I like
what? Okay, you need offensive line. Your offensive line isn't very good.
I think that should be their first pick. If they pick early, they should get an offensive lineman. I like Diggs. I like Bland. I'm not sure Deron Bland not back yet, huh?
Yeah, he back. I think he back. Ain't Bland back? Yeah, he back.
Okay. Yeah, he was having a hell of a season last year, man, before he got injured.
Jerry says he will not make an in-season coach. Huh? He was out today, though, Ocho. He was out today. He's back, but he was out today.
Right.
Check this out, Ocho.
Damn. Yes, sir.
Bills trade for Amari Cooper. The same week he came in, he scored a touchdown. Steelers trade for Mike Williams. Yeah. The same week he comes in, he scores a touchdown. Chiefs trade for DeAndre Hopkins. He scored a touchdown. Jerry got bingo. He was inactive today.
What? Hey, I don't know. Wait, what game we talk about? I can't wait till we get to that game. That was a good ass game, boy.
Hey, the Chiefs trade for Hop, he plays right away. Bills trade for Cooper, he plays right away.
Yep.
Steelers trade for Mike Williams, he plays right away. Jared trades for a guy, gave up more draft capital than any of these other guys. And these other guys are Pro Bowl. D-Hop has been a multiple Pro Bowl player and an All-Pro. Cooper's been a Pro Bowl player. Mike Williams, immense talent.
Yeah, yeah.
Cowboys trade for Jonathan Mingo. He don't even suit up. Hell, you could have waited till after the season. If you're gonna leave him inactive, Ocho.
Right. I mean, that might have been the reason why they did leave him inactive. They don't feel he's been there long enough. Obviously, you got a quarterback that's not starting. The starting quarterback's not playing. You have a backup plan. So you really have no use in inserting in the offense at any point.
Did you see Cooper Rush today? He been there all this time, and he looked like he hadn't been there. So what's the difference? Right. He don't know what the hell he doing. Mingo don't know what the hell he doing. So they might be perfect.
Just put him out. Just put him out there.
Hey, Mingo, you run a stop right. He run a go. Cooper Rush hit it for a touchdown. That's all you got to do. Ocho. Hell, don't nobody know what they're doing. All of them out there like a blind dog in a meat house. They smell the meat, can't see ish. Man, the Cowboys are good and terrible.
Hold up. Hey, they out there like a blind dog.
A blind dog in a meat house. They smell the meat but can't see nothing. And I say, boy, I'm just trying to figure out how does a guy, an NFL quarterback, throw for 45 yards? How?
It's difficult. It's difficult. It's difficult. You can't call the offense you want to call when you know you ain't got nothing to work with. That's what you get.
Hold on. You hired all those.
You ain't got nothing to work with.
If your business crappy, it's because you say the employees, the workers are not doing their job. Who hired them? Who hired those workers? Because Jared quick to tell you that that's him. The buck stops with him. Everything stops on his desk.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's not getting done, whose fault is that? Name something that's there, from coaches to secretaries to whatever the case may be, that does not have Jerry Jones' fingerprint on it. So when it's effed up, who we blaming?
Yeah, well, shit, he gonna say it.
No, he got to say that because he wanted the responsibility. He wanted the credit. See,
right.
You don't realize how good you can be as long as you don't mind who gets the credit. That's his problem. He wants the credit. He desires the credit. He yearns for the credit because he wants people to tell him how great of a job that he's doing.
How could you still need to hear that at this point in your career? As a GM,
because Ocho, he has no football experience, and he wants to say that. Look at this. Other owners, Clark Hunt, Rooney's, everybody. If I hire somebody, why am I going to try to do the show? Why am I going to try to produce the show when I hired Ash and I'm paying her money to do it? Why am I hiring to do all the stuff that Jordan's doing if I'm paying Jordan and all the other employees? Why am I going to tell them how to do graphics? How to do editing? How I'm going to tell the social media team to do their job if I'm paying them? If I got to tell them, if I'm telling them to doing their job, I need to fire them. I can save some money. Jerry, if you got people in position to do what you hired them to do, why are you always over there trying to do it? He wanted everybody to see him land his helicopter on the field. He wanted everybody to know that he talked to the team before they went out. He's the first one to talk to the team after they come off the field. See, that's what he wants. He desires that. No other owner does that.
I mean, he is a little different. He is a little different when it comes to ownership. But listen, and he's stuck in his ways too. At this point.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's heard this many of times.
Guess what other way he's stuck in?
You know?
28 years without going to the Super Bowl. He's stuck in that. About to be 29. About to be 29.
It'll be a long time. You know how long it take to build now.
Who would do?
Listen, you know how long it take to build and fix the situations that you're going on. It's just multiple pieces that you need. That's about maybe a 5 or 6 year run.
That would be like the shareholders getting rid of Tim Cook because they're not getting credit. Well, we're going to fire. Right. Tim Cook just took the company from $350 billion, $400 billion to plus trillion. Mm-hmm. But because we're not getting any credit, we're going to get rid of him because that's what Jerry did.
Right. Yeah. Basically. And then also, if there were rumblings, normally it's the media that already starts it. When they talk about firing a coach in season, you know that always comes from in-house.
Yeah, for sure.
It always starts in-house. They purposely put that out there just to get the fire starting, get it brewing, and then the pressure. They always like to say, "Oh, the pressure from the outside." What would be the point of firing Mr. McCarthy at this point? Nothing's gonna change.
No,
there's nobody. The interim coach ain't nothing gonna change.
And you hired him. Oh, this is the guy. This guy's one because Mike McCarthy lied. Oh, I watched every last one of Cowboy snap. I've broken them down. He told Jerry that. He was at Jerry's house. Right. He spent the night at Jerry's house, eating nachos, drinking beer. Tell him what he want. Because see, Jerry, a lot of times powerful people, Ocho, they like for you to stroke their ego. Tell them what a wonderful job they're doing. Tell them what a brilliant businessman they are. What a great general manager you are. I've broken your team down. I think a few tweaks here and there. You have the talent. You've done a great job, Jerry, of assembling talent. The talent is here. Nobody has accumulated more Pro Bowl players, drafted more Pro Bowl players other than the Chiefs, the Cowboys. So, Jerry, you've done a great job. Jerry said, you think so? Wow. Oh, okay. I haven't heard that.
I appreciate that.
So he gives him the job. Mike McCarthy, he gets rid of Kellen Moore. You know, there's too much of this fluffy stuff. They're throwing the ball. I like to run the football. I'm going to run it. If you go back and look at my Green Bay team, Mike McCarthy throws the football more than Kellen Moore ever did.
Yep.
But see, Kellen Moore was getting too much. They had the second best offense, one of the top scoring offense, one of the top offensive as far as total yards. Kellen Moore was getting credit. See, Mike McCarthy didn't get no credit. You see, how good could you be? I understand. I'm when it comes to Shay Media, I'm the front of it. But I'm smart enough to know that I've hired people and put them in place. Do what y'all do. Right. Sometimes I have to say, nah, I don't want to do that. But for the most part, I let them do what they do. I let CJ does what he does at Club Shay. I let Ash do what she does. I let them do what you do. I'm cool.
Yeah.
Man. Micah Parsons feels worse for teammates like Zach Martin than he does for Mike McCarthy. You want to win games and do great things for those type of legends who put more time in and work than Mike McCarthy ever did. Damn. Woo!
I don't think he meant to say it like that.
I don't know what he meant. I don't know what he said. If somebody
he mean it like that.
If somebody say, "Oh, Peter head Ocho," man, he ain't mean to say it like that.
Yeah. Hey, how long Mike been there though?
McCarthy?
Yeah.
What, fifth year?
The fourth or fifth?
2019 or 2020? 2020. 21, 2, 3, 4, fifth year.
Yeah. I understand what he's trying to say. The way he worded it might not be right and can be taken a little different.
What was he trying to say?
You know, Zach been there for a minute, boy. Zach been there for a minute. And for him to be on the way out or on the tail end of his career, maybe or maybe not. But if he is going out, this is a horrible way to go. This is a very, very bad way to go. Zach Martin is not what he once was. But if you're not what you once was, then everything around you has to be that much better. And it's stinking up the place in all three phases, whether it be offense, whether it be defense. Hell, the special teams might be bad too.
This is his full quote. Mike can leave and go wherever he wants. Guys I kind of feel bad for are like Zach Martin, guys who might be on their last year or on their way out, because that's who I want to hold the trophy for. You want to win games, to do great things for those type of legends who put more time in and work than Mike McCarthy ever did. Those are the kind of guys that I have so much sympathy and hurt for. Now, do you believe he took it out of context?
Right. Yeah. Now, when you say it like that,
I ain't saying like that. He said it like that.
I know, but I'm saying before you just read all that, I kind of thought it might have been, you think he mad? Well, Mike must be mad at Mike McCarthy, boy.
He mad at all that losing. But
nah, even if you're mad at all the losing, you don't throw your coach under the bus like that, huh? No.
Not only throw him up,
or am I tripping? Yeah, the way you just read, are you sure that's his quote?
It's quoted.
Yeah, but that's if there's anybody that can get away with it on that team, he's one of the few that can. Especially to be able to say something like that. Listen, you can pump up your boy Zach Martin, but there was no
sometimes
need
you can pump up your guy without crapping on the other guy.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Do that.
But in the meantime, we got to get we can't leave without talking about the Eagles that put foots in them. Jalen Hurts was 14 of 20, 202 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Saquon Barkley did not have a big day, but the Eagles ran the ball 38 times for 187 yards. A.J. Brown came back after he left the game last week. 5 catches for $109. The 15, they had 2 touchdowns. Dallas Goedert had 1, and Wilson had another. Jalen Hurts lost the fumble, had 2 turnovers, but they dominated. The best chance they had, Zeke fumbled the ball and gave him a touchback. Ocho, you know what I'm saying? He fumbled the ball, but it was a great play. Guys hit him. Gardner Johnson hit him on one side. The other guy hit him on the other. Boop, the ball pops out, goes into the end zone. Dijon falls on it. But hey, guess what? They get the ball right back because Jalen Hurts fumbled the football. And they settled for a field goal. And so, but the Eagles thoroughly dominated this game. They sacked the quarterback. They only sacked the quarterback 3 times. Hurts got sacked 5 times. 2 by Overshawn, another 2 by Micah. The defense played a little better after getting after the quarterbacks. They too light in the britches to stop the run, Ocho. Everybody give them that work when it comes to running the football.
Run right downhill.
And they don't have enough. The guys, Didell had 12 for 53. Zeke had 6 for 22. Lance had 3 for 17. That's not, man, who are you going to beat rushing the ball for less than 100 yards, Ocho?
Nobody. But you don't have a running game to begin with. You don't have a running game to begin with.
No.
You don't have one. And then minus your quarterback, now you can't throw the ball either because you're using your backup. So now you're down 2 times. Right. You can't throw, you can't run. What the hell are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
How they gonna call plays?
Well, if you can't run it, you can't throw it. That's you're kind of limited on offense, Ocho.
Yeah.
You got. They only give you 2 options on offense. You can run it or you can throw it. Now, if you can't do either one of those, you kind of.
You get what you got today.
If I'm the Cowboys, I would think about punting on 1st or 2nd down and save myself the embarrassment.
Yeah.
Because y'all, what were they on? Hold on, let me see what they were on. See what the Cowboys were. Cowboys were 3 of 14 on 3rd down. Yeah, they come out better. Come punting it.
Yeah. 3 of 14?
3 of 14. Three of 14. 146.
You know what I'm curious about? You know I'm curious about? I'm curious how the fans in Dallas feel. I would love, obviously I'm not a beat reporter, but I would love to hear genuinely how they feel about the season so far, how they feel about Jerry, and I hate using the word lies, but obviously they've been lies that they are sold and told each and every season. I was always curious, how they felt, because it's only one way to have change. If you hit somebody's pockets, that's the only way change is going to happen. Stop showing up.
For those,
stop showing up. Stop showing up and watch what happen.
Then you're a fan. You're loyal. You root for the Cowboys. You Cowboys in your blood. Yeah. For those wanting the Cowboys to prioritize Trey Lance development, they're not. They're not there. I want to see us win the game, Jerry said. I want to win the game. So I want to do things to win the game. This is not fun. This isn't pretty. I thought we'd be better, frankly. You the only one? You're the only one that thought that, Jerry.
Damn, man.
So what steps did you take to make sure you got better at stopping the run?
Well, he said he was going to be all in. I remember that quote. Well,
I think what he meant by that was re-signing the guys that he had, Dak, CeeDee, and eventually Micah Parsons. But Ocho, what couldn't they do last year? Stop the run. What couldn't they do last year, Ocho? Run the football. So again, tell me the steps that they took in order to improve in those areas. Do what you've always done. You'll get what you've always gotten. So you brought the same guys back and said, okay, guys, we got a new D coordinator. So what we're going to do now, we're going to start the run, but the same personnel?
Yeah,
you're too light. You have to play with a lead. Your team is built to play with a lead. If you don't get the lead and a team can pound you, you see what happened. What did the 49ers do to them? What did the Eagles do to him? What did Baltimore do to him? What did the Saints do to him? Go back and look at the game.
Put him in a blender. Put him in a blender. Put him in the blender. And then when there was an opportunity to improve your run game, you said he cost too much.
Mm-hmm. How much does lose it? But see, here's the thing. The Cowboys is the one team losing doesn't cost anything. So he hasn't lost anything because guess what? The ratings are still to the roof when the Cowboys come on. Guess what? It was a 3-16. Think about it. A 3-16. They was the number. They got the number one crew at CBS. They got Romo and Nance. That just tells you.
Yeah.
Tell me another 3-6, another 3-5 team that'll get Fox number one crew or get right. Man. The Cowboys. If the Cowboys come on Sunday night, I don't believe they'll flex out of it. Because the Cowboys bring ratings.
Even with them losing, with the losing record?
Even with them losing.
That's a hell of a brand, bro.
And guess what, Ocho? Watch what they do on Thanksgiving. Who they play on Thanksgiving? The Giants? And the Giants got their own problem. Talking about they need to evaluate the quarterback position. With that large-ass sample size you got to see in Daniel Jones, you talking about you need to evaluate.
And who said that? The ball?
Dayball, yeah. They play the Giants. Ocho, they play the Giants. They play the Giants on Thanksgiving.